Hey, what's good, everybody? It's me, your hero, Benjamin Banks, and you're watching a brand new Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks, where I am going to be reviewing Season 3 of Doom Patrol, episodes 1 through 3. And before I get into today's review, make sure that you like this video, you subscribe to the channel, and you hit that bell button so that way you're always notified when we have new content here on Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks. And as D always says, podcast link down in the description. So let's go ahead and get into it. Doom Patrol Season 3 is something that I had been waiting for ever since Season 2 had wrapped up, and Season 3, these first 3 episodes, they delivered, but I feel like they didn't deliver as much as Titan Season 3 did when that was released back in August. Now, not saying that these episodes were that they weren't bad, they were amazing. It's just that I feel like episode 1, like it was okay, but it wasn't as good as episode 1 of Titans. But once we get to episode 2 and 3, I feel like those episodes picked up a lot more. Episode 1 was, of course, Possibilities Patrol, where pretty much it shows you everything that happened after the Doom Patrol ended up facing off against Candlemaker. And Dorothy, she pretty much just tells Candlemaker, like, hey, we can be friends, we don't have to be enemies, and it just gets resolved like that. Now, a reason why I don't like that is because something similar had happened in Titans back in season 1 of Titans. We get the ending with Trigon, and he pretty much takes over the Titans. And then in season 2, the first episode, like, they defeat him like that. And I kind of feel like that was the same scenario here, where it's just like Dorothy says, hey, we can be friends, and then that's it. Niles, he ends up dying, and pretty much now all of the heroes, or the so-called would-be heroes, they have to move on with the chief not being at the headquarters anymore. And Dorothy, she still hasn't pretty much gotten over her father's death, and they're keeping the body at the residence until Jane wakes up, so that way that she can give her final what's the word I'm looking for? It's when somebody passes away. I can't think of the word right now, but pretty much she just wants Jane to see the chief before she buries the body. Rita, she's going through her thing. She ends up quitting the play that she was a part of because her face starts melting, and everybody sees that she's the blob girl. Cliff, he's still mad at the chief because of what he did to him and whatnot. And Larry, he pretty much just wants to leave the mansion and he wants to go to outer space. So it's like everybody on the team is trying to do their thing. Also, to Cyborg, he was talking with Ronnie, and Ronnie, we find out last season that she used to be with the military and that she is this trained assassin. And Cyborg, he ends up letting her go, but he does call the FBI on her. And because he lets her escape from Star Labs, this puts Cyborg in a bad spot because he pretty much helped out somebody that was trying to kill people. But yeah, the first episode, it was okay. But once we get to Vacay Patrol and we end up seeing, I can't remember what the team is called that the Brain leads. I believe it's the Brotherhood of Evil. Yes, there we go. The Brotherhood of Evil. We see him, we see the gorilla there, and they bring in Gargax, who is sent on a mission to kill Rita Farr, and he can't find her. Years go by. We see that Doom Patrol, they end up defeating the Brotherhood of Evil, and now Gargax, he's just pretty much living on the planet and just living day by day. But we see that the team, they need to take a vacation because everybody's just stressed out. I also forgot to mention too that Jane, she does end up waking up in the first episode, and she has full control of her body again. Also, to Cliff, the chief did help him out one last time before he died, because the chief, his body is at the house until he ends up getting buried by Dorothy. But he sends Cliff's daughter a video so that way that she knows that he actually had to save the world instead of ditching her big wedding day. So yeah, we get all of that in the first episode, and like all of that stuff was pretty cool. But in Vacay Patrol, Larry, he's in space now, and he's releasing the spirit that's inside of his body, so that way he doesn't have the spirit anymore. But the rest of the crew, they end up going on vacation. Cyborg, like, he can't use his powers right now because he's laying low because of what he did, where he saved Ronnie from being locked up and imprisoned. But they end up going on vacation. They end up meeting Gargax. Cyborg, who is in hero mode 100% of the time, and this is something that I like about Cyborg, is that Cyborg is a hero. The Doom Patrol, they aren't heroes. They are just people that have powers, and if something needs to get done, they get the job done. But Cliff and Gargax, they end up talking inside of like a sauna, and they both become friends because they mentioned that they hate Niles. And I just thought that this moment was funny because it's like they came together. It reminded me of Step Brothers when they ended up becoming best friends because they had something in common. So I thought that this scene was really cool. Gargax's servant, he still thinks that that they should still do the mission that they're supposed to do, which is eliminating Rita Farr. But Gargax is just like, hey, she's already been through enough. The Brotherhood of Evil is over. Like, I'm just trying to chill. And we see in this episode, we see somebody, also too, in the first episode, I skipped over it, but we see somebody come out of a machine, and it's Rita. And we see this Rita, she appears in Vacay Patrol, and it's like, when I was looking at this, I was trying to figure out if that was possibly the real Rita, and like the Rita that we've had so far, because she is a blob, if she just detached herself and like, this is the Rita that's the blob, and then this is the real Rita. But then we end up finding out in the third episode that it was Madame Rouge. So Madame Rouge, she is a member of the Brotherhood of Evil, so I'm looking forward to seeing what's going to happen with this. Also too, in Vacay Patrol, everybody gets killed. Larry, he's not there, he's in outer space, so he doesn't get killed, but everybody gets killed. And that's what brings us to episode 3, Dead Patrol. And they are in purgatory. Now, what's interesting about this is that Titans and Doom Patrol, they both come out on the same day. Titans is almost over, but Titans episode had to deal with purgatory as well. And I don't want to spoil who was in that episode, just in case you guys haven't checked out Titans season 3, but I highly recommend checking out Titans season 3, and you're going to see who was in purgatory on that as well. But yeah, I highly recommend checking out Doom Patrol. All 3 episodes are on HBO Max right now. Let me know what you thought about each episode. Like, do you feel the same way I do? Did you feel like that it kind of started off weak, but it got better once we got to episode 2 and 3? Or do you think that all the episodes were fire? Let me know in the comments. For me, episode 1, I would give that one a 7. Vacay Patrol, I would also give that one a 7, but Dead Patrol, I would give it 8, because that was the best episode out of the 3 in my opinion. And Dead Patrol as well, because they ended up dying in Vacay Patrol. Larry, he does end up returning home, and their bodies are inside of boxes, and they're pretty much cut up. They're boxes with styrofoam and whatnot, and Larry's just trying to figure out, what am I going to do? Also too, in the first episode, something that I forgot to mention is we end up getting Willoughby Kipling, who comes back, and he pretty much buries up Niles' head, and he cuts it off, and he's just like, hey, I still need you. We're not going to let this head go to waste. So it's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen now that he has Niles' head. Like, I'm getting Futurama vibes where they have the heads in the jar, or even Dio from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. But like I was saying about Dead Patrol, the heroes, they are in purgatory, and they're pretty much just trying to get back to the living world. And while they're trying to get back to the living world, they encounter people from their past and whatnot inside of purgatory, and they end up talking with them and all this other good stuff. I don't want to reveal who's in purgatory, but hopefully after you watch this review, if you haven't seen it, you go and check it out, and then you see like who makes appearances in the episode. But overall, like I said, I enjoyed everything. I gave my ratings for each episode. I'm looking forward to watching episode 4 when it comes out next week. Thank you for watching this review. Like I said, let me know in the comments what you thought about everything. You know where you can find me, your hero Benjamin Banks, at KingBenji_Banks on Twitter and Instagram. You can find me on Facebook at Benjamin Banks. I should be the first person to pop up. If not, then I need to contact Mr. Zuckerberg. Thank you again for watching this review. Make sure that you check out some more of our reviews that we have here on the channel, along with interviews and reaction videos. Check out the podcast where we have new episodes every Tuesday with the video of that episode here on YouTube that Friday. Like I always say, keep that pinky up, stay positive. We'll see you next time on Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks. Peace.
Thanks again, everybody, for watching another episode of Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks. Make sure you like, follow, subscribe to the channel. Podcast, we got that too. Make sure you give us a thumbs up and hit that bell for further episodes and notifications. Thanks a lot to our patrons. And if you don't mind, join the Patreon. We'll be having new specials coming up soon.